Hi, I'm Virginia, your Veterans Upward Bound English tutor. Today we're going to talk about Unit 1, Part 7, Adverbs. So what's an adverb? An adverb is a word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or other adverb, or a word group that expresses a relation of place, time, circumstance, manner, cause, degree, and so forth. For example, gently would be manner, quite would be degree, then shows time, there shows place, furthermore shows cause, and so forth. Here are examples of adverbs of manner, and you'll note that each of these address the how. Okay, so hardworking students study diligently before exams. How do the students study before exams? Diligently. That's how. Thoughtless drivers drive carelessly and often cause accidents. How do thoughtless drivers drive? Carelessly. That's how. Shy people speak softly to strangers. How do shy people talk to strangers? Softly. That is how. The considerate children spoke politely to the old man. How did the children speak to the old man? Politely. That's how. The awful earthquake shook the earth terribly. How did the earthquake shake the earth? Terribly. That's how. So each one of these adverbs, and you notice all of these are ly. Diligently, carelessly, softly, politely, terribly. They end on ly, and they're adverbs of manner. Let's look at this further. If a sentence has an object, then the adverb of manner comes after the object in a sentence. Let's break down these sentences. The old man, that's the subject. Drives, that's the verb. His car, that's the object. Slowly, that's the adverb or the adverb of manner. Down the road, what does the man drive? His car, the object of the sentence. How does he drive his car down the road? Slowly. Next example, my neighbors, that's the subject. Contribute, that's the verb. Money, that's the object. Generously, that's the adverb or the adverb of manner, to their church. What do they contribute? Money, the object of the sentence. How do they contribute to their church? Generously, that is the adverb. The teachers, that's the subject. Explain, that's the verb. Their lessons, that's the object. Patiently, that's the adverb, to their students. What do the teachers explain? Their lessons, that's the object of the sentence. How do the teachers explain their lessons to the students? Patiently, that's the adverb. A question often arises, can adverbs be pluralized? Well, technically the answer is no. There is no singular or plural applied to adverbs and adjectives. You might see backwards, afterwards, forwards, anyways, and so forth, and think they are plural. But remember, these are words with an S that aren't necessarily plural, and these examples above show that. Let's now look at what happens when changing an adjective to an adverb and the letters ly. Usually to form an adverb of manner from an adjective, you simply add the ly to the end of the adjective. In other words, to change an adjective to an adverb, you can often add ly to the adjective as shown in the examples below. So the adjectives bad, calm, helpful, polite, quick, soft, rude, impolite, expert become badly, calmly, helpfully for the adverb, politely, quickly, softly, again the adverb, and rudely, impolitely, expertly to change it to the adverb form. So let's try to simplify a kind of complex idea here, and that's if an adjective ends in a consonant letter followed by a y, change the y to I and add the ly form to make it an adverb. So in these examples, the adjective busy, to change it to an adverb, you would drop the y and add ily to make it busily. And the adjective easy would become easily. The adjective noisy would become noisily by dropping the y and adding the ily. And the satisfactory becomes satisfactorily. Okay, so if an adjective ends in either able or ible, drop the final e and add y to form an adverb. Remember, this applies to able and ible only. So in these examples, the adjective dependable becomes dependably. The adjective reliable becomes the adverb reliably. The adjective terrible becomes the adverb terribly. And the adjective nimble becomes the adverb nimbly. So let's look at the following adjectives and see if you can change the adjective to an adverb. Go ahead and pause the screen and do this exercise. So did your answers look like this when changing adjectives in red to adverbs that are in blue? Capable becomes capably, sensible becomes sensibly, horrible becomes horribly, legible becomes legibly, able becomes ably, responsible becomes responsibly, uncomfortable becomes uncomfortably, and usable becomes usably. So good job. Okay, so usually when an adjective ends in IC, add ALLY to form the adverb of manner, or let's just call it the adverb for simplicity. So in these examples, automatic becomes automatically, heroic becomes heroically, frantic becomes frantically. So let's pause the screen, and in this exercise, change the following adjectives to adverbs. Again, did your answers look like this when changing adjectives to adverbs? Sarcastic became sarcastically, enthusiastic became enthusiastically, dramatic became dramatically, energetic became energetically, sympathetic became sympathetically, and pathetic became pathetically. Again, good job. This concludes our look at adverbs, but remember that for all different parts of speech, we have exercises and worksheets to help you practice and refresh your skills. At Veterans Upward Bound, we are always here to help, and you can get a tutor one-on-one. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you soon.